this whole thing with Dubai, right? Dubai Emirates suspends flights to several U.S. destinations on 5G concerns. This is a Reuters story. The move is due to operational concerns associated with the planned development of 5G mobile network services in the U.S. The company said that the destinations include Boston, Chicago, Dallas, Fort Worth, Houston, Miami, Newark, Orlando, San Francisco, and Seattle. We are working closely with aircraft manufacturers and the relevant authorities to alleviate operational concerns, and we hope to resume our U.S. services as soon as possible. The carrier said the White House said earlier on Tuesday that it wants to reach a solution on 5G development that protects air safety while minimizing disruption to air travel. How much of this really is 5G? How much of it is protecting a different messaging that's happening behind closed doors with traveling with vaccination cards? How much of it is, where do you think this story lies? John, I'm going to go to you first.
I can't answer any of those questions. It's fear porn again. It's Y2K. The planes are going to crash. But isn't 5G already in use?
Yeah.
And
the airlines have
planes
already
aren't
said
crashing.
no. The major U.S. airlines have already told the FAA no.
They've told them no about what?
About shutting down,
Yeah,
right?
exactly.
Meaning what, though? They're going to shut down flights?
They're not going to.
The big American airlines, the FAA was like, we got to figure this 5G thing out, and it's scrambling. It's not safe for you to be in the sky. And American Airlines were like, not American Airlines itself, but big American airline companies were like,
I got you.
No,
I
sorry.
got you. Play this video because Tyler's got this video that he wants to show with 5G. Again, folks, this is just a video. I don't want you to lose your mind. It's just a video Tyler found. Go ahead.
So, and then the caption here is the FAA published 1,400 plus notices to airmen about 5G and international airlines. They were canceling flights. They warned pilots not to use their radio altimeter at more than 80 airports in the U.S. It just drives the gauges wild.
Yeah.
It scrambles them, but you're assuming that the pilot can't fly the plane.
And that they won't adjust to this.
Well, he can't fly the plane if he doesn't have his gauges and he doesn't know where he's at and his altitude and whether he's not, if he's straight and level, if he's in a bank, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera.
Then why haven't we seen planes come down?
Yeah, how do I know that's just not a faulty radar? That's just something that. How do I know that's
why
because
I said,
of 5G?
you're right, David. That's why I said, this is just a video that Tyler found online that's showing that.
Well, let me throw some stats your way because 20 major airports have basically created a buffer zone. All the major airports in New York, LA, Miami, Orlando, DFW in Dallas, Seattle, Philly. I mean, there's 20 airports that said you cannot have 5G within 2 miles of our airport, okay? And I'm not the 5G expert.
How are they going to
apparently
stop it?
I don't know, but
you
can't have towers.
You'll restrict towers.
Exactly, but basically, where it comes into play is not so much when they're flying around in the sky and they're 10 miles up in the air. It's regarding the landings. It's when they're closer within 1,000 feet of the tower is what they're worried about. And then the airlines of the pilot unions, which are not exactly always seeing eye to eye, they're actually lockstep on this. They're on the same page. They're basically in 100% agreement that this is basically something that they need to be very weary of, because essentially this comes down to safety over speed. I mean, what's the point of 5G? It's basically these, cell phone companies are basically putting up 5G so you can download your porn even quicker or communicate even quicker. Not you, John, obviously not you, but it's safety or speed. And, I think right now we're doing pretty good with the 4G, with the speed. The 5G is going to make it 10 times, 100 times faster, but look, we've got a pretty damn good record.
If you've already come up with a happy medium of protecting the airspace in the immediate vicinity of the airport, then okay.
Yeah, well, we've got a very good record of safety on our airline. I don't think any major U.S. airline has crashed in the last decade, if even longer. U.S. airlines, domestically, 100%. So safety is a major concern. I mean, people get scared if there's, some turbulence on a plane. Now, if there's a plane that flies off the runway, God forbid the Hudson type things happens again, so it's a safety thing. I'm not the 5G expert, but basically when you see the airlines and the pilot unions basically on the same page, that should be a telltale sign that they're very concerned about this.
And then we've found a solution.
What's the solution? The buffer zone?
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, I've had 5G on my phone all over the country for the past few months. I looked down and I'm like, I'm on 5G right now.
Okay. Do you have strong feelings about this 5G, Pat?
But I doubt, I bet when I'm close to the airport this afternoon, when I'm headed back to DFW, that the 5G disappears.
I don't know. You go to these doctors and they say, do you have a lot of headaches? I do. do you wear the Apple, what do you call it?
Earbuds.
The earbuds? I'm like, I do. Well, we're getting a lot of people that are coming here saying they get a lot of headaches from wearing that. You may want to stop wearing that because of, whatever radiation they're talking about. I'm like, okay, is there 100% there? I don't know. They've been talking about stuff like this for a long time. They would talk about if you live near towers, cancer increases. I mean,
And it never
Or
has
windmill.
proven
yeah,
true.
that's what you said earlier. So
I think we got to get a good investigative journalist. I think we know one that can go out there to these
he plays too much
airports.
volleyball. It's not going to happen. He plays way too much volleyball. It's problematic. So if you enjoyed this little short segment from the podcast that we did, here's another short segment to watch. Or if you want to see the entire podcast, click over here. Take care, everybody. Bye-bye.